Hello and welcome to my video, which is going to be a walk around of all the fishes that I have, including these fishes which haven't been on the camera for a while, my main pond and my fry. So let's get started with these ones. So I got these in November last year. They're about a year old now, it'll be about a year and a month old, something like that. I originally got 170 of them and they've been doing absolutely fantastic. I think when I first got them they were not very big at all. They were about 5-6 centimeters, something like that. Now some of them are 25-26 centimeters. Some of them are still like these littler ones. These are more like 15, 16, 17 centimeters. But there are some pretty decent sized ones in there, like in there. So some of them are doing pretty well. I'm being pretty pleased with them. I've sold quite a few of them. Well, so quite a few, about 30 or so of them. So there's about 100 left in this tank. Some have gone in main pond, and yeah, they're doing really well in here. So let's give them a bit of food. Okay. Still eating well. Happy little fish. So all these fish are from Cuttlebrook Koi Farm. They're the toe side that they sell in November. Really happy with them. The quality is just fantastic, really. Can't fault them. And they're happy little fish. They're doing really well. So there we go, that's these. Let's go and have a look at the main pond and the fish in there. So here we are with the main pond. So you can see this bit here is the main pond. You see the fish through the window. I think they're all waiting at the other window for some food. Yeah, they are. So there we go, let's go in, give them some food. See if they're hungry. We know they're going to be hungry, they're always hungry. Despite having been fed like 20 minutes ago, they'll still eat now. There we go. These are the main fishes. Let's put in some food. A bit of food for them. So there we go, there's the fish in the main pond doing really well. Some of these smaller ones here are the ones from that other tank that we just looked at. These sort of things. There's about 30-35 of them in here. And they're growing well in here. They've grown a bit. Some of them are quite big actually. Yeah, they're doing pretty well. And obviously the main fish are growing, but that's not so obvious because they're big fish anyway. Right, let's go and have a look at the fry, see how the fry are getting on. Took their net off so that the camera can see them a little bit easier. There we go. Hungry little fishes. Definitely. They've been eating an absolute ton of food. Put some in. So they've literally been going down one of these tubs every week or 10 days. They're definitely eating a hell of a lot of food. I've also been giving them bits of bread, egg yolks and little bits of egg white. They've also been having stuff like Cheerios crushed up and just any random thing that I've got really that's small enough for them to eat. They've been eating it. They've been getting a lot of food. But they've grown pretty well, as you can see. They're pretty decent size, some of them. Starting to be able to see the colours and what the markings are going to be like. Can't wait till they're much bigger and you can see that stuff properly and see what they actually end up looking like. There's been a couple of fish that have sort of a problem. I've just caught these two just now. They just aren't swimming quite right. The salt level in this pond's dropped. We're keeping a decent salt level in, but obviously with fresh water trickling in it works its way out. And for the past sort of 2 or 3 weeks there's been no salt in it really. So I think I might bring the salt level up a little bit and then put these fish back in, see how they get on. But one thing I have noticed I want to talk about with the fry is the waste that they produce is absolutely incredible. I really don't understand how people have fry in tanks similar to this where just like there's 1,000 in here, there's a lot in here. Having any more than that I think could be a right burden on the tank. The filtration's coping with it, but there's a good enough filtration for a 20,000 litre tank on this tank, and this tank's only 1,500 litres. It gets quite a good turnover with trittle as well. It's like 100% water change every week, so it's pretty good trittle turnover. But the waste that they produce is just ridiculous. It's absolutely blocking up the pipe work and giving the drum a bit of hassle. If you look in here, in the drum filter, hopefully it won't go off. If you look at the drum, you can see in there, that's the inlet. That's a week's worth of sort of muck that's been allowed to build up. And the stuff's just horrendous. See if I can catch some. It's like a jelly kind of. I don't even know. It's just weird. It's just sticky, and it's sticking to all pipework, and it's just blocking up the inlets at drum. And there is an air stone down there which I can turn on actually. Get that turn on. It probably stirred it up a little bit. Oops, wrong one. There we go. That's the air stone on. I'll stir it up a little bit. Obviously I need to clean it out of that, but I haven't had that air stone on because a couple of the really small fish were making their way into here, but I think that's stopped now. They're all too big to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this drum filter out now, because eventually this drum filter will just block up. The pipework going to the drum down here will all be blocked up like that, so it needs sort of purging out. So what I keep doing is turning that valve off that lets water, that one there, that lets water into the drum, and leaving the pump on. It drains the drum filter into the tank, and then open that valve, and then all the water just rushes back into it really fast and cleans all the pipework out. So I'm going to get on with that. So here we go. So the fish are wondering what's going on as the water levels come up. As you can see, I've put a cork in the overflow there and emptied this drum filter, so we can see what muck lies in it. This is a good example of the sort of disgusting stuff that these fish give off, which is just absolutely full in this drum filter. So yeah, it really needed. I mean, perhaps if I got a bit better pump, maybe it needs a more powerful pump to make sure this stuff all gets sucked into the drum. I might see about that, but then again, it might cause issues for the fry themselves. It might sort of move the fry about and pull the fry about. I don't know, but so far it's a little bit of an issue with that muck that they're giving off. I don't get this issue with the drum. It's nothing to do with the drum filters. It doesn't happen usually with this pond. Usually with bigger fish in it, usually fine. In fact, it usually looks brand new, that filter, all the time. But these little fish now pollute. Now I've got the light on the camera, you can see them a lot better. I best open that valve again before the pump runs out of water, which it is doing. You can hear it going down the pipe. Let's open the valve. So, and in comes the water and the muck. Yeah, that's definitely stirred it all up and blocked the drum filter as well. And you can see the water's not actually really coming up very fast. Actually, there's not a lot of. Usually it's come through faster than that. Maybe the pipe's a bit blocked as well. Might have to do this a couple of times to successfully clean it out. But what I'm going to do now, because you see there's no water in that side still, because the drum filter's blocked, is put this down and turn the drum on like so. There we go, that's the drum on. I can't unfortunately have this lid off because it's like a jet wash, so it just sprays water everywhere and I can't sort of wet the room really. But we can stop it there once it's done its cycle. And have a look, see what's in there. See, that's put a lot of muck down this drain, look. Oh man, that stinks, you won't believe that. You can see it's kind of murky this side up and all. Wow, that's a powerful smell. Tell you. But you can see it going through there, that's one of the inlets. It's a little bit blocked. And then there's another inlet at the other side. So yeah, I'm going to definitely do that again and see if we can clean it up a little bit more. Wow, that's some muck that. You can see the drum itself's a bit mucky as well, the screen's not cleaning properly. Right, so I'll get on with that and get back to you when it's clean. So I've done it again and it didn't really kick up as much muck that time, it was a bit better. There's still a lot of muck in there, it's difficult to get it all out, but I think what I'm going to do is leave that air stone on there because there's definitely no fish getting through. Leave it on full power. There we go, that shouldn't do a good kick about, and then hopefully it'll all end up in the drum and not be able to settle just there. And tomorrow I'll have a look at it again and sort of clean it out again, might hose it down a bit better because I haven't got a hose pipe in here in a minute, so I'm a bit stuck with that. Right, it's back on properly. So there we go, that's that cleaned, and pop it back on automatic. So the fish are quite happy. The fish obviously didn't mind that filtration clean, and the pond still looks pretty good despite kicking it up a little bit. I think the drum filter copes really well with this muck. Honestly, I have no idea how something like a Nexus or a Vortex or some like sponge filtration would get on with this sort of level muck. I think it would just block so fast that you'd find cleaning it up quite often. I mean, that drum's just running now because, you know, it's kicking up. So it's proving to be quite a problem, the waste they produce. Fortunately, my drum can handle it, but it can't handle it when these drain pipes block up. So yeah, we're doing pretty well with the fish themselves. I think death rate, they've been pretty non-existent really. I think I might have had about 5 die since the last video I did on them, and for various reasons. Some of them just didn't grow at all and got a bit beaten up by the other fish. You can still see a few really small ones in there, but even them, they're not as small as what they were when I first got them because they don't fit down that anymore. Because I used to have, remember on the last video I put a filter over that so they couldn't go down it. That actually blocked up and then I took it off, a few of them managed to get through, but I think they could get through into the drum filter and then actually come back. So yeah, because they kept sort of appearing back in here. I think what might be an interesting idea is to put a bigger pump on this pond, but I really don't know how that increased flow rate would affect the fish. It's a 5,000 litre an hour pump on this pond at the minute, but the I doubt with it pumping up there it actually pumps 5,000 litres an hour, but it's probably 2,500–3,000 litres an hour. So maybe a bigger pump might be worth a try. We'll see how time goes on. But these fish are really happy at the minute. Wholemeal bread. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, then please like it. If you want to see more videos like this, then please feel free to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, then please put them down below. And I shall see you in the next video.